What is up, my technician dudes? Man, I had a good week last week. I traveled to 7 offices. I saw a lot of you guys, got to meet you at the shed meetings, and had a great time. So let's jump into the old spotlight today. Unfortunately, I don't know if it's going to be quite as entertaining as old Chip and Cam were. That was an amazing spotlight, but let's get to it. So some housekeeping items, guys. Starting on July 1st, I want to improve this part of our company. I want all equipment consigned out, which means your ASMs will be getting a little laptop and a scan gun, and they'll be going through and scanning the different equipment each day that they're giving out to you, and it's going to help us just track our inventory a lot better. I want to make sure everybody's getting paid for the little checks that they're processing. All right, we have a faster, better way to do it. With your camera, you can take a picture of the check, you can send it in to nowpaperwork@gmail.com, and that will ensure that when they get that, it'll be on that pay period. Sometimes we run into issues where those checks are sent in later on and it misses the cutoff for payroll, and that payment doesn't get on that particular pay period for you guys. Make sure you're sending those pictures in to nowpaperwork@gmail.com. It will happen immediately. You don't have to have that issue anymore. Still send in those checks. This is just a way to speed it up and make sure that it's running smoother for you guys. Vehicle maintenance. Guys, this time of year, you guys are putting just literally thousands of miles on your vehicles. Please don't forget to make sure all the fluids are topped off, that you're getting oil changes regularly, that you're rotating your tires, that you're checking your tires, that you're replacing your tires if they need to be replaced. All right, let's take care of those vehicles. One of the worst things, we're getting into some huge competitions in July. The last thing I want having happen is vehicles not being able to go out and install that day. It just kills the mojo, it kills the flow of the company, and believe me, it's gonna get insane in July. So look, get that vehicle maintenance done now so we're ready to go in July. Guys, ledgers and cash being sent in. All of you guys should have a little piece of paper. It's a ledger where you're supposed to write the customer, and whether you got cash or check on that for the processing fee. And then you send all that in. You fold it up. If it's cash or a check, you fold it in 3, put a paper clip on it, give it to your ASM. They send it in once a week. So make sure you're doing that. I should be seeing so much more cash coming in and checks than we are. So please, please, please start using that ledger. If you don't have it yet, get with your ASM and get that ledger. Also, I want every technician in the company using TechRabbit to close out their jobs. There's payroll issues, even shooting the spotlight, I ran into issues when jobs were getting closed out after the fact because they were sent in. If you don't have an iPad, please let your regional or ASM know. We'll order one, we'll get it to you, all right? Like, I wanna make sure you all have iPads to close out the jobs. It makes everything flow faster and run more efficient for the company. But I do wanna have all of you guys keep a couple paper contracts in your truck or your vehicle, because sometimes TechRabbit goes down. It's getting fewer and farther in between, but if that does happen sometimes, you'll be able to have that for warranties and things like that. Next thing, Cancun trip. It's booked, guys. I know a lot of you guys listening to this spotlight are coming. Unfortunately though, they are out of upgrade rooms. There's people that were checked that they wanted to spend a little bit more money and get a nicer room. So bad news is they don't have any more of those available. The good news is if we held too much money from your paycheck, you now have a little credit there to go towards a room that won't be quite as expensive. Last little thing, the upgrade coolers are in. Those are getting sent out yesterday as you're watching this, so they should be in transit. And then the dry fit shirts that a lot of you offices won are supposed to be coming in this week. We should be having those sent out to you guys next week. So man, that was a lot of housekeeping items. Moving on to Operation 100. Guys, we went backwards a little bit on this. I hate going backwards as a company. I always like progressing, improving, and moving forward. But we have 78 techs in area installing right now, 1 doing training, 3 committed that are on their way, 6 part-time techs. So that's a total of 89. We need 11 more technicians to finally hit that Operation 100. Now it's a tricky thing because in June, the last part of June, production tends to kind of dip down a little bit, and that's, I think, why we saw some technicians choose to stop working with us. But don't think for a second it's not going to pick back up. We have some crazy good incentives in July. Production is going to peak, it's going to get crazy, and we're going to need more technicians. So please, please, please keep reaching out to people that you know you've been talking to that are in the pipeline. Let's get them committed, let's get them out there this week, so when the madness starts in July, we have the manpower there, we have the vehicles there, we have everything figured out to keep up and keep doing same days. Again, I want to be doing 85% completion. That's one of the visions of the company. and get up to where we're doing 75% same days. And we've actually had a couple offices be able to be doing 75% eligible same days. I want to get every office at that point. It takes more technicians to do that. Moving on, guys, just a preview of the July incentive. So all you offices I went out to, I talked to you guys about the Ascent program. Starting on July 1st, going to August 31st, we have the Ascent program. This focuses on 4 areas of your life: physical, mental, spiritual, and emotional. You are made up of a chain of those aspects of yourself. Every chain is only as strong as its weakest link. You and the value you can create in this world and society and for our company is only as strong as that weakest link of those 4 things. Over this 2-month incentive, I challenge you and invite you to identify your weakest link and really work on improving that. You'll be more happy, more successful, you'll have more peace in your life, and you'll be creating more value out there in the world. And more value comes when you create more value. Please, everyone, do the Ascent program this year. We'll be getting some videos and stuff out on that, and check out Facebook on how you participate in that incentive. Moving on, America. This is a super cool incentive. A lot of you guys were at this leadership retreat where Jody Rich spoke to us about his vision of creating a perpetual scholarship for underprivileged students. But he wanted to teach students that they can do hard things. And so he's already biked across America twice. He's doing it one more time next summer. He's going the northern route. He's going 4,000 miles across the United States, and he's raising money and he's teaching kids that they can do hard things. That money's going to go to a scholarship fund. His goal is to raise $50,000. I want our company, our goal is to raise $30,000 over this America incentive. So it's over, it starts this Friday. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday, the 4th of July. But sales guys can donate sales. The company is matching it dollar for dollar. I invite you technicians to participate. If you can look online, there's a little form where you can just say, hey, I want to donate the commission I would have made or on doing that install, or 2 installs or 3 installs. We'll match the same thing just like the sales reps. If you donate 3 installs that you do, we'll get you the commemorative America hat. It's a really cool hat. Chip will probably throw it on the screen there. Guys, and the last incentive for July is the Madness, one of our biggest incentives of the year. It's usually where we break the company record. It's the March Madness style tournament for the sales guys. We'll see some insane numbers. I remember Blake Hilliard last year, he did 23 sales in a day. We had a couple other guys do 19 sales in a day. Like, it was just insane. For the techs that have been with our company before, you know it gets crazy in July. For those of you that are new, just buckle up and get ready, man. It is going to get crazy. We're running a Madness bracket incentive for our veteran reps and also the rookie reps. So there'll be a lot of people pushing really hard. And then also for you technicians, stay posted on the next spotlight. We'll have our own version of the Madness tournament, which will also be a bracket style. You know, we'll take 64 technicians and get down to a round of 32, then the Sweet 16, the Elite 8, the Final 4, the Final 2, and then a champion overall. So we got some cool prizes for you guys, but stay tuned for that. All right, moving on. The Rowan Tech Incentive. Guys, Rowan, it signifies a guy that they can trust to deliver a letter to a man by the name of Garcia. I won't jump into the whole thing, but it's a guy that got the job done at all costs. And we wanted to create an incentive for a technician that would get the job done at all costs, even if they had to trim bushes, cut down trees, do pole mounts, you know, save customers that were like soft sells, whatever it took, they would make it happen. And we've created this incentive. I want to give a shout out to Jeff Downing and Keldon Hawes. They've gone collectively, like, I don't know, I think over 100, probably closer to 125 installs with only 1 cancel between the 2 of those guys. It's just been incredible that seeing people do this. And there's a lot of others right on their heels of doing that, but we want to get more Rowan technicians that will get the job done at all costs. So here's what you have to do. Over a rolling 30-day period, you have to do at least 50 installs. 25 of those have to be shoulder rubs, meaning that you get to that job before the sales reps ever left the house. So you're rubbing shoulders with them as they're leaving the house. And then you'll take a quick picture, you, the rep, the house number in the background, and you'll send that to samedaynation@gmail.com. Then you can only have less than 5 cancels out of all of those installs in that 30-day rolling period. If you have less than 5 cancels, then you have your choice of getting an Apple Watch or some sweet OGIO luggage. If you have less than 2 cancels, or I'm sorry, less than 3 cancels, then you can get a chance to get a Sat Buddy or a ticket on the company trip. That's to the all-inclusive resort in Cancun. So you know, that's already started. We've already got, I think, over 60 pictures sent in, submitted of the shoulder rubs to samedaynation@gmail.com. Keep that up. Keep making that happen and keep that completion percentage as high as you can. Save those jobs. Get every job going in. And when you get a cancel, talk to the sales rep about it and just let them know. Like I talked about all the managers on a manager call this morning. They all know that you're working to win these incentives. So you can reach out to the sales manager or even that sales rep and just say, hey man, this job canceled, but you know, I think if you might have tried this or this differently, you know, it might not have canceled. I tried to do everything I could to save it, but you know, this is something that happened. If a rookie rep's getting that feedback, or his manager, they will get better. They will do a better job of doing that. And we're pushing them super hard to sell more same days, because we all know same days don't cancel as often, or hardly at all, as the next day, or even, you know, something scheduled out 2 or 3 days. So I want to see some Rowan techs. I'm excited for that. I'm excited to get some prizes on that. All right, guys, we had some new additions to the Same Day Club. So this will be up on your screen. You can see this, but just I want to read through, kind of recognize some of the new people that made it happen. So Rob and Cameron joined the Club 3, so nice work to you guys. And then we had Lauren, Sam, Alex Odom, and Barry Shoemaker join Club 4. So nice work to everyone. You can see where we're at. Keldon's still the only guy to hit the 6th spot. I want to see more people doing it. We got a sweet hat for people that hit the Club 6. So keep working for that. Let's jump into the weekly numbers. Top rookie techs from last week. Number 1, Greg Hahn. Number 2, Jordan. Number 3, Chad Conley. 4, Morgan Robbins. 5, Jade. 6, Cubs. 7, Ryan Weaver. Number 8 was Jamin. Number 9, Sam. And number 10, Daniel Diaz. Rounding out our top rookie techs from last week. Nice work. All right, guys, top overall technicians from last week. Johnny Mickelson in the number 1 spot with some amazing quality. Kel, number 2. Keldon was number 3. Barry Shoemaker, number 4. Welcome to the list, Barry. Dominic, number 5. Greg, number 6. Tommy Tomcat, number 7. Handsome Carlos, number 8. Nice work, Carlos. Number 9 was Eric, and number 10 was Christopher Hansen. I want to give a shout out though to Jeremy Lawless. He was number 10, and Big Poppy was number 12. Nice work to everybody there. Let's move on to top offices. All right, guys, top offices from last week. Spartan was number 1, Generation number 2, Impact number 3, Summit Island number 4, Keystone number 5, Lawless number 6, Downing's team was number 7, Perkins number 8, D'Artagnan's team was number 9, and Wes Langston's team rounds out the top 10. Nice work, offices, last week. All right, guys, top regions from last week. High Mileage was in the number 1 spot, Kamikaze in the number 2 spot. Quality's looking good. 7.01 for High Mileage and 6.77 for Kamikaze. As our top regions, you guys are doing awesome. I would love to see every single person in the company get over 7.0. We got High Mileage at a 7.01 and Kamikaze at a 6.77. There's still time left this month. Every single one of you can get over that 7.0 and get the rent bonus. I love you guys. Keep up the great work.